Welcome to another edition of PaynePoints of Interest. I'm Sarah Harbuck, and with me is Michael Payne. And today we're going to talk about branding, rebrand or not to rebrand. I guess that's the question. It says currently my company name, let's call it Acme Products. It's not the real name, but it will serve to get my point across. The key term here is products. We started off as an industry supply company having several different product lines. The company has been in business for 10 years, and through the years, we began to find that most of our sales are with one particular product line. We've kind of found a niche. My question is, nearly 90% of the business now focuses on this particular niche, and should I rebrand from Acme Products to Acme Niche? I guess I should say, not niche, but you know, I'm from Texas. The niche is a very broad and could then target my industries where my other product lines are more focused on this one particular industry. I would also need a way to continue the other product lines, but they would all be clumped into this one particular industry, like I said. So do I stay with Acme Products as a umbrella, I guess, a general term, or do I go with Acme Niche or Acme Industry? I feel the niche product line is losing out a little due to the main focus of our other products in specific industry. So Mike, what do you think about this? Branding from one name to another.
I mean, I certainly don't think you should lose the goodwill in Acme Products.
Yeah.
I don't see a reason why you wouldn't have. I mean, what's the for adding the brand as opposed to rebranding? Still
call yourself Acme Products, but then
right. But then you have a line of products for the niche, right? I mean, I'll make a point here. I think I get what the user is saying, but when you use the term niche, and then immediately follow it with is very broad, I have a problem with you.
That's actually not what that word means.
Niche, very broad. Pick one.
Yeah. Yeah.
But that being said, I kind of get the idea here. Where they're saying, could target many industries where the other product line is more focused on one particular industry. To a degree, the real answer to this question is that there's no reason for you to create to replace your brand. Mm-mm. A company can have multiple brands, right? And they can be related.
Or divisions within the brand.
Yeah.
You've got Amazon, and then you have Amazon Prime, you have Amazon Video, you have Amazon Music, you have Amazon Books.
Exactly. Like why even worry about it? If you think that you have a line of products that would appeal to one industry or a whole different set of industries than your other brand does, then create that logical separation just by branding them differently. You don't need a whole separate company. You don't need to forget your old brand. You don't need to stop sales. You just need to understand and lay out these are the products that are in that group, and these are the products that are in the other group.
Let me ask you this. It's kind of in the same vein, but not specific to this question. Do you feel, in your opinion, that when companies try to rebrand, is it usually successful in your mind? Because I can't think of an example right now of any major corporation that's rebranded that I've thought was super successful. The first one that comes to mind might be FedEx. It used to be Federal Express back in our childhood, remember? And they rebranded as FedEx and changed the colors and changed their logo up. And now that's synonymous in everyone's mind. What it is today is what they think of FedEx. But there's not a lot of other companies I can think of where they've tried to rebrand and it's been a successful venture. So I'm always curious as to what the reasoning is.
I think the failures are just more apparent.
Maybe so. Maybe so.
And so Coca-Cola company tried to rebrand Coke as New Coke.
Right.
And it was a dismal failure, right? Yeah. But it wasn't a dismal failure because the brand didn't take. It's because other market forces, it's a battle.
Yeah.
Right? And a new brand is a much weaker army,
Well, I was reading the other day that somebody was trying to change the Nintendo logo and make it more modern and appeal to a different, more older audience. And then someone came in and was like, no, this is the brand. This is what it looks like. And so I thought that would have been a terrible decision to rebrand the Nintendo logo. Like, why would you do that? It's been around for how many years? 40 years almost?
Right. Well, but look at Apple. Mm-hmm. Apple has successfully rebranded themselves at least 6 times, right? Some more successful than others.
I felt like it's kind of gradual. Like whatever change they make is sort of subtle.
That's the key.
The subtle differences
right? When
over
you're
time.
rebranding, you're going to be more successful with a subtle difference
than a complete
overhaul.
Yeah.
Right? You need to... people...
Because Apple used to have the little rainbow... color thing coming out of the apple.
Their first logo was this square that was like an Adam and Eve picture, and they're picking the apple.
That's right.
Back in the 70s, their first logo.
Oh, God.
And then someone said, why do you have all this other stuff?
If it's just apple.
It's just an apple.
Yeah.
And what do you do with apples? You eat apples. So it's got a little bite taken out of it.
Yeah.
And so... the key there is that they focused on one part of the image, and yes, they had their logo where it was a rainbow. The apple was sliced vertically into rainbows, but it still had that shape, right? Mm-hmm. Every rebranding since then has been a variation on that same shape.
But it's been subtle enough that people still recognize it as Apple, but it's kind of given it sort of a fresh new little glow. And I feel like that's the challenge for like most companies whenever they're going to rebrand. It's the subtlety in rebranding rather than this massive like affront to the entire design that people are used to. You get used to a certain logo or a certain color scheme, and you try to change that. I don't think that works.
Well, and if you just change it on a whim without anything to go with it, if people don't see a reason, right? So 1, subtle change. 2, have a reason. Okay, this user has a perfect reason. Okay, they could subtly change. Keep the same company name, the same company logo, right? And they could say, I'm launching a new line that's branded as this, and have a product launch party and
make it a big event.
And then people are more acceptable to it. Mm-hmm. But it doesn't mean you need to lose your original brand either.
Isn't there like a campaign going on currently where Planters is trying to like rebrand by killing off Mr. Peanut or something?
Gary Vee is killing Mr. Peanut.
Okay, why? We all like Mr. Peanut.
Why not?
I mean, sure.
That's the better question. Like,
is it going to be like a Kenny situation? They killed Kenny? Like every commercial, he's just going to die in some random freak accident?
No idea, right?
I mean, that'd be kind of cool, actually.
Here's the thing. Killing off that brand, right? Killing off the mascot doesn't kill the brand, right? No. It brings more awareness to the brand.
True.
And so no matter which way you go with it, it doesn't really matter, because the point is it's meant to garner attention.
Yeah.
And that's what's happening here.
Yeah,
right?
Everybody's talking about it.
Are they really going to kill Mr. Peanut? Are they really going to keep him dead? Is he going to come back? Right? Mm-hmm. It's like what KFC did with all the different actors portraying the Colonel.
Yeah.
Right? Like, I cannot stop talking about it because I absolutely love Norm Macdonald playing the Colonel. Like, it's the best thing. Right?
And he looks like him too.
Because he's so damn deadpan.
Yeah.
Right? And I happen to like Norm Macdonald, but what KFC did was they created a situation where it doesn't really matter
who the Colonel is,
which comedian you like, right?
Yeah.
They just, you've got a representative now.
Yeah.
Dress up like the Colonel.
Yeah, I always find this interesting when I see bigger corporations, you can kind of get it. After a while, they want to refresh and modernize or whatever. But when I see local businesses kind of rebranding, sometimes I always kind of question what their motivation is. Is it just they wanted a new look? Because it seems like a lot of times when that's the case, and what I've observed, and sometimes it's for the better. With local business, you're not as nationally known, so your brand can probably have some more flexibility to what it looks like or how you want it to represent you. A photographer friend of mine, she had this one particular logo and color scheme, and she thought that didn't look professional enough or to suit the type of clientele she wanted to get. So she had someone design her a whole new logo, and it'd be more less cutesy and signature-like and more, structured and serious and blocky, and which is not common in a lot of photographer logos these days if you look at the spectrum of them. So in that sense, it's kind of put her in a different category because her logo looks so different from every other photographer's logo in the area. That's all, their signature and a script with some, camera thing in the background or whatever. So, I think it can work to your advantage. You just have to be real smart about, like you said, why you're doing it and how it's going to elevate your business in the long run.
Absolutely. I completely agree.
Because it's the first visual thing people are going to associate with you. So
it's two things. It's subtlety, or it's three things. It's subtlety. It's for a reason, right? And it's to garner attention.
Yeah.
If you can't tick off all those three boxes in your rebranding initiative, right, then the chances of it failing go much higher.
Yeah. Yeah, I would think so. Well, that's interesting. Guys, if you guys have any questions or additional comments or opinions on today's topic, you can hit us up on our website at PaynePoints.com, Facebook and LinkedIn at PaynePoints, Instagram at Payne.points, and Twitter at PointsPayne. That's going to be all for us today. We'll see you guys tomorrow.